Chapter 14 of 1 Corinthians gives us a really interesting window on how early Christians met in their worship services. It talks about the use of speaking in tongues in Christian communities, and in passing talks about unbelievers or inquirers entering and taking a look at what's going on. It gives us a clue that Christians aren't worshiping in, say, a church building that's separate on its own and people have to open the doors and come on in. It looks something more informal, as if people are just passing by and observing what's going on. And this is precisely the sort of thing that we know happened in the Greco-Roman house called the Atrium House. There's a design of the Atrium House in chapter 4 of the textbook, the House of the Bicentenary in Herculaneum. And the Atrium House is one in which the atrium is the center of the house, of a busy house, and off of the atrium are a number of rooms, all of them or most of them open, and all of them or most of them usable for different purposes throughout the day. The Atrium House is a house that's open for business. It's a place where a householder does his business as clients come in and converse with him. It's a busy place. It's not a place of retreat where you go once your day is over. It's a place where things are happening and people are coming and going. So when Paul talks about Christians speaking in tongues and the need for an interpreter to interpret what's being done when the tongues are being spoken, he's imagining that if the interpretation is not given, people who are passing by will just hear a mumble jumble of things and will think that people are out of their mind. But if they hear an interpretation given for the benefit of the community, then they'll think something different, that God is in the midst of these people. And so we're getting a little window onto the early Christian community and how it functioned. Probably a little wing of the Atrium House was given over to Christian worship at some point, and people are passing by and observing what's going on. Christians are open to the public